Well, good morning. Good Sunday morning, actually, and looks like a looks like the day could go either way. They've got the dark clouds on that side and blue sky over here. But either way, we've had lots of rain. It is the rainy season officially, so we're having our fair share of rain. But actually, it's coming mostly in the night, which is great. So we've been working hard at getting things cleaned up. It's a large area at the front of the house, so we've been working at that. We are like most couples who are trying to get their home and everything organized, but we also have our 5-year, I call it the 5-year resort plan, 5-year dream plan. But meantime, we do have to do things on the house as well, and the latest that we have been working on is we've had guys to do the roof. They put the roof on, and then the lowered ceiling, it hasn't been flat coated yet, so all of the seams are still there. It does have light, not enough, but Beth has got her Filipino thing about having not too many lights, and the other way you can put the lights in and you don't have to have them on. See, but 2 lights is not quite enough in the garage. This area here would be the wash area, so we'll have hopefully a dryer, but I don't anticipate that will happen here. They just don't have dryers, it seems. I'm sure that there are people who are lucky enough to have moved on into the next century and now have a dryer, but we live in a hot climate, so the laundry line is the dominant way. But all of that will be in a countertop, so that laundry can be sorted out. We're in the process now. All of the brickwork has been done. Window yet to go in. Window yet to go in. Those windows are there, not so much to see out, but to let some natural light in. This will be. I'm getting caught up in lines here. Yes, it will be enough for 2 cars, I think, but of course still got to move around, so I expect that it will be one, maybe just a truck. Doorway to go in here so that we can access the garage from the house and access the house from the garage. But we're actually expecting the materials to be delivered today. Should have been yesterday, I was promised, but didn't work out, so we're waiting now for the materials to be delivered today to concrete the floor, and that will be a huge step forward. But anyway, we'll look at how that goes. Right now, very happy to see a ceiling in. You've got a tiny bit there to do because there was a dropped piece of steel there for the ceiling. So we're putting in that little dropped area. Looks very nice. They'll finish that tomorrow. So, lights off. Interesting for those who are into the construction side of things and materials. I don't see plasterboard or drywall. Americans would call it drywall. In the UK, call it plasterboard. But this is what they use. Very, very thin look. This is for ceilings, and they do use that on walls as well. It's called, I think, plexi board or something like that. But you can see You see here, so it's a composite material that is very, very good. I expect that's good in all kinds of weather, but of course it would be actually sealed in order to get a good paint finish. This has been put up onto the subceiling with rivets. It did a very nice job. So from here to there, we're going to have to get some way of getting in a roller board, a roller type of door. So if you're building a house in the Philippines, one of the things that you do have to be on it when they're building, because little mistakes will be made which are so easy for them not to be picked up. And so we've got a misalignment here between these two places. They don't line up, so they're not square, which of course doesn't look anything out of the ordinary right now, but when the door is put up there, it will have to be square. So alterations will have to be made in whichever way has to be done. Cannot be a perfectionist when having anything done in the Philippines, unless you are prepared to take an enormous amount of, to me, unnecessary aggravation. I still like to go by the American comedian that was very famous, George Burns, and George and Gracie. And George reached a ripe old age, and he was asked, how do you do it? He would show up at some of the big Hollywood function with two young, what they used to call starlets, young ladies who are trying to make a name in the acting business in Hollywood, and he would show up with two lovely girls on his arm, and they would say, what's the secret, George? And he said, I try to get through the day with the least amount of aggravation possible. And I found that's a little saying to go by here, because lots of little things will come up that would drive you crazy if you were in the West, but here just you cannot afford to let them bother you. So do like, comment, subscribe. We hope to entertain you, and we'll be back.